Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm OP, and in today's episode we'll be going over some of the best highlights from today's LPL 2024 Spring Split matchup. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
They are going to have a little bit of a fear, and about 2/3 of his health are taken. There's a smite coming down. Wasn't exactly sure of who took that. I believe it was Xiaohao who got it. UCAL has roamed over. They will try and just burn him down. And yeah, Xiaohao had no support, no real way of going for this. The early flash from Beishuan to try and cover it means they're going to see Xiaohao just try to run away from this one here. He's still going on top of this, not quite able to take the trade, and first blood over to UCAL.
Pathing over, we have some pings coming towards the mid lane.
We have a couple. Looks like Xiaohao maybe moving on to this level 6 hit by both mid laners, but yeah, it's on this dragon. They know it's being taken, but with a reset in the mid lane and Xiaohu's still sticking around, that's going to be a pretty easy take for the side of Weibo to get the early kind of trade on that. And it's been funny actually to kind of notice the initial excitement from a lot of teams to be able to kind of take those void grubs. They know that they are known, but now UCAL doesn't recognize that he's being caught up in a little bit of a 3v1, and they will throw everything at him. Chris picks up the final kill, or the final hit on that kill, and Weibo are on the board.
Nice job, just able to walk straight through River to be able to find this. Yes, up right now. Ooh, we do have Cyclone, so Chris is going to have to be careful.
They do have it. They still have the Milio ultimate, and with the tidal wave going between the sticks, does land on the Aphelios flash by Crisp as a Cyclone does hit. Culling to try and do a little bit more damage, but Crisp was the target, and you cannot go back into that, but maybe Light just baiting it for, as you can see, Xiaohao comes in with the paranoia. They get the kill on the 1xN. Now Beishuan has to back away, but he's already taking so many tower hits, and it will be another kill for Crisp. A bloodthirsty support here on Weibo, but Weibo perfectly turning that around and get themselves a 2-for-1.
Potentially don't want to give this one up. Without the vision, though, it's going to be so hard to force your way through this.
Yeah, there's so much well set up vision, but the double TP is coming in for both top laners. We might see them after the fact. They're going to go for the pop loss, and they landed on the 2. There's going to be the Moonlight Vigil, but at this stage of the game, it just doesn't do a lot of damage. The Nico trade for the Nami as they look to try and make this fight work. The Paranoia come in, try and dissuade any kind of a re-engage. They don't have any more, but a Shockwave is fantastic coming out here from UCAL, and they take down the fed Chris, but they need to be able to get onto this Aphelios. Their health bars are so low. The Aphelios is looking for a little bit. They're all so low with the barrier, but there's just too many here. And there's a quadra kill for UCAL. We wanted him to step up, and boy has he. He had a Noom Quiver, and that was it. He didn't have his finished up Kraken Slayer. He didn't have the damage to be able to burn this down. And actually, Beishuan almost died and then got a triumph proc from killing off a member of Weibo, and was able to kind of survive from it. So these are the small little differences that if you don't take that fight, you back away, you get yourself the item. You're just not giving over that much. But no, he's going to go towards that mid lane instead as they look to drop the Herald and maybe get a bit more pressure before this dragon fight.
Multiple members of TT, though, have... yeah, I was going to say 2 items now. 2 items now done on 1xN, 2 items on UCAL, 2 items on Hoya. These guys bigger than their counterparts on Weibo.
The vision is solid, I gotta say, from TT. They're covering as many angles as they need, and now they finally start up the Drake.
Yeah, gonna see what they can do. Again, we gotta keep our eyes, especially on Xiaohao being able to find 1xN.
Yeah, Xiaohao has been discovered. They know exactly where it is. Half-baked piece of flash in, Cyclone, and the Shockwave as well. Tidal Wave to try and complement it again. The Pop Blossom from Xiaohao was just to defend himself. He needed the shield to survive, and now the rest of Weibo have realized they're not in a great position. That's a big Moonlight Vigil, but it's just not big enough. The damage isn't there, like you called, Lyric. And TT, they waited, they bided their time. They only get 1 kill, but they get the prize of the dragon.
Yeah, still though, it's going to be difficult for them to walk back into this mid lane with how big
Xiaohao
is, but Xiaohao doesn't care.
Oh, he doesn't quite get the damage down. One more of the double tap, and that's going to be a kill confirmed. Crisp in a lot of trouble, flashes over to the Brambleback. And TT, they're brimming with confidence right now, Lyric. They're
with the double tap, and he completes it. My God.
Oh, Xiaohao. He's just dead. No flash, no way out. He just burned it in the last replay we saw, and he's been caught out again. A near 5,000 gold lead. 2 dragons to
himself anyway. Didn't matter. He was already
TP.
TPs.
They're looking for TT. As we're going to see now 3v4 as they look for a little bit more. There's going to be a flash away. No shockwave available. The Cyclone doing decent damage. I don't know why we're looking at the Nami, but we're going to try and get everybody back into this fight. There's UCal finally going down. A big shutdown over to the side of Light, but Crisp is in no man's land. They will get hit by the tidal wave, and it's a 2-for-2. At the end of it all, TT, despite being caught out, they still trade off equally. They just lost the Orianna flash, and that was about it. Now mid lane under threat and almost certainly to be taken. Dragon spawning in 2 minutes, so that's not going to be a big deal. Supports don't really have a support item for it. Now Weibo, recognizing that the Nami had to go back, they go straight for the Baron. There is a couple of avenues though for TT to kind of walk into this, and they don't take it exceptionally quickly. They haven't got vision though of where everyone is. You can imagine that Xiaohu is looking for a little bit of a flank.
Trying to find one, but they got to worry about a flank from.
They know where he is.
One of their own.
Here we go. They're going to look for it now. They're going to try and burn down Xiaohu. Pops down the Paranoia. Here we go into the pit. Can they get anything off this? The tidal wave is good. The Baron down at 1800 HP. Finally gets taken. The Moonlight Vigil is massive. Can they get the Pop Blossom onto anybody? It's a weird trade of 2-for-1. Xiaohu looking for the angle, just could not find it. It will be the Baron over to Weibo, but it's not for where Xiaohu is going. He's going to walk into Hoya and straight away know that there's already going to be something there. TT getting themselves a turret and then moving into that one there. That was
playing on a knife's edge.
Yeah, we're going to see where they're going to go. This could be the final fight of the game. Tidal wave to try and get them off the Dragon. The Paranoia comes in, stolen. No way you can go for a Pop Blossom, lands onto 2, and they will burn down the Orianna. The Fed Orianna has gone down, but the Lucian still got a fair bit of damage. Now the Aphelios can really start to ramp up. They're chasing down Hoya. Won't get the knockback here from the Cassante, but a 2-for-1 trade is always good, and Weibo, they deny the soul.
Jungle, no real way for TT to contend.
Yeah, TT, they thought about it. They just said, nope, we can't go for it. We need to reset, get the Lord Dominic's regard here for 1xN and a redemption over to Chocho. But yeah, that's Dragon, that's Baron, and this is kind of control now, you would imagine.
Now, I mean, gold completely even, Light having...
Doesn't matter though, because they still had everybody else ready and able to jump in on top of Xiaohu. Paranoia not going to help him out there, but the tidal wave could be good here. Going to knock away everybody from helping out ZDZ, who's just kind of by himself, finally goes all out to bring away Beishuan from the fight. They are trying to see if they can maybe kite this one out. This is a 5v4, and Weibo are not deterred just yet. They're still pumping out some serious damage. Green and white, fantastic for just kiting in these situations. Hoya taking so much damage. Will still get hit by the Q, but will not go down in the rest of this one here. UCal immediately wards behind the pit to recognize that this is not a safe place to be. They have to stay as 5, but at the same time, they have to keep vision. Dragon started by the side of Weibo. Do TT want to go for this? There's going to be flashes for everyone except for Xiaohu, so we'll see how that works. Sorry, yes, Xiaohu, excuse me. As we wait to see what they want to go for. Ball into the middle. Everyone posturing out. They're taking a bit of poke here. Xiaohu needs to be very careful. Here they go. They're going to try and make this one work. Paranoia comes in, but the soul has been claimed by TT. Pop Blossom on the backside. Land onto the primary targets. 1xN has to flash away. Chocho will pick up a kill onto Xiaohu. And if TT can get out of this with all of their lives and the soul, that's a massive win with how that fight started.
That's huge. Items Light having the elixir, kind of having, right, a higher DPS build than the Lucian. They're going to be looking for Beishuan.
Yeah, they're looking for Beishuan, who's a little bit isolated away from his team, and they're going to have to accept that he's just dead. No jungler now for this Baron. Weibo will turn and burn for the big purple worm. And TT, they need to fight this. They can't let this go. It's too late in the game. It's 45 seconds on their jungler. They're looking for another fight.
Looks like UCal does have the shockwave.
Oh my god, with that damage, he almost got it as well. Xiaohu does secure it. And the Baron goes over to Weibo. They've got UCal.
Spot, but no one angling over there just yet to have a 2-lane setup. Seems like they just want to try and make sure that they can protect Light while they're sieging down this turret.
I mean, 2 more auto attacks, you'd imagine. Yeah, they can even let the cannon take it, to be perfectly frank, and they will do just that. So, base broken onto TT. Clear these minions. Not exactly the easiest thing for him to do this late in the game. With the Baron up helping the side of Weibo, they should be able to take this tier 2. You're not going to throw away your game here as TT on this. Started and spotted. TT moving cautiously. Hoya has found Xiaohu. ZDZ getting poked down a little bit. Does have the randoms to go for this. Elder's getting taken so low, they don't actually know where it is, and they eventually take it down. down. That's going to be an Elder buff over to Weibo. TT just didn't know what was happening. And now Beishuan trying to run away, but will just be taken out of his GA from here. It doesn't even have a GA, excuse me. That's going to be Xiaohao's one there. And now Hoya running for the hills. I feel like TT, their indecision was a decision, and they may have just lost the game.
It was weird because I like the decision of Hoya marking Xiaohu, right? It feels like Xiaohu would be the more important piece in that situation, but Beichuan and the other members.
For a minute and 15 seconds, actually 10 seconds now, the Baron is spawning, but they're looking for maybe a little bit of a fight. No Moonlight Vigil, the shot. Oh, the pop blossom not quite there. The shockwave haven't been used just yet, and Xiaohu is dead. That's a big kill now, and he's dead for 60 seconds. TP comes in to try and maybe dissuade some kind of re-engage. Moonlight Vigil. It's picking up a Morelos, his third item, but a TP on the backside. This could be it. Xiaohu has an opportunity. Xiaohu has everyone in his clutches, and the Lucian is dead. The rest of his team will fall. ZDZ brings Hoya right back towards you, Cal. And Weibo, they don't want to end the game right now. They want to end your life, TT. They want to make sure that you don't come back and bring this game any further on. But Weibo, they need to figure out the objective. Shockwave is good as they turn to try and burn, but that's ZDZ going down. Hoya still not going to drop. He's a very, very tanky man. But Weibo, they're just distracting from the real distraction, or the real objective here, which is the end of the game. And it looks like they're going to be able to do it. But Hoya still fighting with Xiaohao. I don't know who wins this 1v1, but it doesn't look like it's Xiaohao. Doesn't matter. The Orianna has been able to kill the Nico, and this game has been bonkers. And in 48 minutes, it will go in Weibo's favor.
I'm a little bit sad.
These were some of the best highlights from today's LPL 2024 Spring Split matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.